Hi, this is Matt. Welcome to the second edition of the Reality of Shopper mini-series with the Supplier Community. Today I'm with a great friend of mine, Josh Bruns. Josh, thanks for being a part of the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You've got a really cool background.
Yeah.
Looking at your history, you've been on the supplier side, you've been on the agency side, and you've gone back and forth.
Absolutely.
Remember Geometry Global, Saatchi, gosh, who else we got here? Oh, with Kraft-Heinz most recently, with Jordan, so we've got a ton of stuff. Tell me a little bit about how did you get into shopper marketing?
Yeah.
And what's that path and journey been like?
Well, so I actually got into shopper marketing after my wife and I graduated from college. We were out in San Diego for a little bit, and I was working with the internet entrepreneur, which is great and kind of gave me exposure to that. But really, we really wanted to be in this area. We love this area. We went to college here. Our families are nearby and everything, and so we decided, it's time to move back. And I had studied marketing in school and at the U of A, and so we started looking at what's the opportunity. And at that time, that was in the early 2000s. That's when Thomson Murray had just changed over to Saatchi and SaatchiX, and that was the place to be for shopper marketing. And I was so fortunate to have gotten in the door there and have grown in that space, because that helped solidify my love for shopper marketing. That helped to teach me and train me in what it is and how it can be effective. And so worked there, had some great times, still have some great friends and connections there that I get to connect with a lot. But really, that was the start, and I wanted to explore what does it look like on the other side of the fence. So on the supplier side, it got a great opportunity with Jordan Outdoor Solutions. So for me, I love the outdoors. So the Coleman Company, Rawlings, Pure Fishing, that's what it was. Now it's owned by Newell, but those were such great companies to work for, and to be able to look at those products and find out, well, why do shoppers want these, and how do I tell that story well? And how do I tell it in a very reduced budget? So at that time, I was working on with those companies for store shopper marketing, but also the e-commerce side. And so growing that rapidly. And that was when things were starting to really pick up from e-commerce, and the outdoors segment was really starting to pick up, and got to just cut my teeth in that. So then that's where this combination. So my role was a dual role, shopper marketing and e-commerce. It's where that merging started to happen, and I started to see, wow, this is something that we need to be looking at. This combination of it's not one or the other shopper; it's a shopper who's doing both.
Yeah.
And got to work with Geometry Global and in the Kimberly-Clark account. So I worked on P&G account, Kimberly-Clark account, and then prior to what I'm doing now, Kraft-Heinz, and that was really leading that team here for the Walmart team was just a phenomenal experience, and just a great, very highly intelligent group of people that I have high respect for.
It's a neat team. I can remember going in and trying to sell to you guys, selling digital media, and bringing programs. You're like, Matt, I love it. This is a great idea, but can you prove it? Can you measure it? And does it work for me? And if you can't do that, I'm not gonna buy it.
Right.
So it's really tough, but made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
One thing I'd love to ask you, since you've been on both sides of the supplier and the agency side, is there anything you would say to those two groups about working together and being a team, or things you've learned in that? Does it make sense, since you've seen both sides of the coin?
Well, it's been great. That experience has been awesome, because hopefully, you'd have to ask them, but hopefully the work that I have with both the clients and with the agency has been better, because I've been able to see from both sides of the fence. So from an agency side, I would say, things are moving at such a rapid pace, and budgets change so often. And a lot of times, as much as your client counterpart wants to be a partner and wants to continue to fill you in on everything, it just moves so fast, it's not possible. So they need you to do certain things. So if you're an agency, have that understanding of that's some of the struggles that the client's going through, because they've got all this going on behind the scenes, but they need you to be a partner and be understanding, but come with thought leadership, and come with here's new ways to doing it. And I think, as I was saying earlier, there's an approach that needs to be had now of, it's not just about, is this fun? Does it showcase a neat creative idea? Those are great, but does it drive results?
Yeah.
And is it something that I can measure? Is it something that that is overcoming a shopper barrier? And I need to be seeing the tried and trues, but I also need to be exploring, well, what's new out there? What's something that's emerging that I can test and learn on? So that's a very important thing. From a client side, what I would say as you work with the agency, a lot of times people are very harsh with their agencies. And I think there is an understanding that needs to take place of what all has to go on behind the scenes. And so I've lived both, and I've lived on the agency side where, you think, oh, it's just a little thing. And a little thing can be a huge thing. And so having that understanding, that open dialogue, for the client to be able to say, okay, let me understand what you're really going through, and I want you to be a partner, and I understand that you're working on my behalf, and we're partners in this, and you're not just the person who I'm pushing to do everything I want.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, no, you're my partner here, and if we look at it that way, and we go into it that we are both going toward the same goal, I think you get a lot better interaction with people and a lot more respect from others.
That makes sense. On the agency side, I'm hearing, hey, know my shopper, know my barriers, be a thought leader, bring ideas and solutions to me.
Yes.
Because I am super, super busy, and I'm taking the phone calls from Walmart all day long.
Right.
Putting out fires. So I've seen that too. And then from the supplier side, I'm hearing, hey, be a partner, understand what the agency's role is, and that even small things and changes that pop up can be difficult.
Absolutely.
And on the agency side, there are processes that you may not see up the board.
Absolutely.
How do you get a change of creative into the creative system and get things going? And they're jamming and going as fast as they can too, right?
Yeah, there's, I think you're seeing a shrink as well in staffing everywhere. It's just everybody's tightening their belts still. And we thought, oh, it's going to loosen up after the recession, but I think things continue. They stayed there, right? Yeah. And then it seems like it's continuing to do that. And with that, I think it's real important that everybody's working together to develop processes and things that are going to help them be more efficient and be more in tune with each other. And if you're not consistently working on that, then I think you're in trouble, because those processes, like you talked about, the red tapes and stuff, you got to find ways to get around those and be able to move more quickly, because if you're not moving quickly, you're dying. And speed of retail is increasing faster and faster.
There's no standing still, right? You're going forward or you're losing ground. Throughout your career in shopper marketing, what are some struggles or some challenges that you've had to overcome that you think might help someone else?
Yeah. One of the key things that I've really, I think, refined as I've continued to progress in my career is simplification. And I think what happens a lot of times is we get so involved in all the data and all the insights of everything that it gets complex. And we have to always step back and go, okay, there's only a few things that really, really matter to start with. Number one is, I have a business problem that's preventing me from making money. What is that? You have to define that. Then there's a shopper problem that's associated with that. That if I know that and I understand what I need them to do and that behavior change, so I'm taking them from this behavior to doing that behavior, then things start to open up really quickly. But it's that refinement and simplification to go, here's my key barrier, here's what I need to happen, and really thinking through that on the front end that really helps open things up. And so that's what I see a lot of people struggle with is the amount of data that comes in and the amount of thoughts and things where they can't simplify it enough to say, this is what I really need to be going after, and be very laser focused on it. Because when you do that, then you really you've taken the time to understand your shopper. And so that was one thing that is progressed over the years to refine that.
That's amazing advice. I mean, there's so much noise that happens, and so much data, and so much insight, and so many people you got to work with within processes. Be able to filter it down and focus it on what's my business problem, and what do I want that shopper to, what's the behavior I'm trying to change.
Right.
This is what will happen
to
my business in growing at Walmart if I do that.
Absolutely. Right. And be able to take a step back, because if it doesn't make sense to you like that, it's not going to make sense to anybody else. So a lot of times we have these grand ideas and we think they're amazing, but then if you take a step back and you look at it objectively, you go, nobody's going to understand that. And so you got to refine it to make it very simple.
Makes perfect sense. That's amazing. I love that advice. What are some things that you do outside of shopper marketing that you enjoy that people might not know about you?
Oh, goodness.
Give me a couple of things. I know we were talking earlier. You used to coach soccer some.
Absolutely.
And my son was on your soccer team.
Yes.
I just remember that.
Yes.
That was years ago. But
Years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have 3 kids, and they range from 13 to 9, and they're amazing. And so my wife and I love to do things with them, get outside and play and go on a hike and things. I spend a lot of time, honestly, at different athletic events. So whether it be basketball or baseball or soccer, we're running wild. So that's really where a lot of my time is. Working, we have a great group of friends in a community with our church and everything. So we enjoy that time we get to spend together. For me, if I get any personal time, I'm playing and writing music. That's my hobby, and that's what I do. But beyond that, it's all family all the time.
You're playing and writing music.
Yeah.
So what do you sing? Do you play an instrument? What do you do?
I sing enough just to write my own music, but that's about it.
Are we
but I do play
down
guitar.
At George's, or
No. This is all for personal fun.
That's cool. I love it.
Yeah.
That is neat.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah. No, I love to do that. I love to record music, which I haven't done in a long time with the kids, being so busy. But I love to do that and just tinker around.
Is there a genre or a type of music that you enjoy?
Not necessarily. I play guitar, so it has most of the things I write happen on acoustic guitar, and my roots are in the South, so it has a little bit of Southern flair to it. So that's about right. So
when we're starting this year out, do you have a major goal or anything that you're trying to achieve this year that's top of your list?
Actually, that's a good question, because I was thinking about that just recently, and you're going to open a can of worms here probably that you may not have intended to open. But no, I've been thinking a lot about purpose and a lot about what I'm doing and who I am and what God's created me to be. And I think that one of the things, and people who know me probably would say this is true, I'm a puzzle man. I love complex puzzles, and I think that's what I was created to do, is solve puzzles. And so that translates in a lot of my life, and especially into business. And so as I think about how that translates into, well, what is my purpose? Well, it's very simple. My purpose, and it's a bigger purpose than who I am. And so that is making much of God and making little of myself. And so it's very simple. And I think what's happening is I'm refining that more and more as I grow. And just the more I explore that, the more I see I need less of me and more of him. And with that, as I think about business and I think about what are my goals and how am I growing business, I have to think of why. Why am I doing that? And so my purpose has been refined over the last little bit, where I've been like, yes, it's great to grow business. It's great to make money, and it's great. All those things are fine things, but why are you doing that? And I'm really seeing more and more about how great it is that I'm blessed to be a blessing. So the more I can grow business and help others grow their business, it's blessing them, it's blessing their families. The more I can grow personally and grow what I'm doing, the more I'm able to give and bless and be a blessing to others. And so I think that's really where I've been learning and growing. And so that translates into, well, what am I doing for next year? What are my goals? What are the things? It's really it's more the why than the what.
All right, good. We're going to do 1 minute drill, rapid fire questions. Okay, here we go. What's your favorite type of food?
Mexican.
Mexican, it's easy. What color is your toothbrush?
Oh, black. It's black.
Black. I'd like to know why in a minute.
Yeah.
But we'll come back to that one. Do you have any pets?
Yes, 2.
What do you have?
Franklin and Lucy. They're
gerbils? They're dogs?
Not gerbils. They're dogs. 2 dogs.
2 dogs. It's awesome. Okay, I love it. If you could be any animal, what would you be?
A bird.
A bird?
Yeah, because I'd love to be able to fly.
Just fly around.
That'd be the coolest thing ever.
I like flying too. What's something that's on your bucket list that you haven't accomplished yet?
Ooh.
You may or may not have a bucket list, but if you did, what would something that you'd put on?
Yeah, we talked about playing music earlier. I've played in worship bands and stuff, but I've never played my own stuff out. And I want to do that sometime.
So take your stuff that you've written.
Take the stuff I've written and play it in front of somebody.
I'd come and see.
I'm going to try to do that.
I'd come and see.
I appreciate that.
Me. I love it. There's an easy one, but superhero. What kind of superhero would you be if you could be a superhero? Would you be one?
Yes, I'd be one. I'd love to be a superhero. You got to. I won't say from movies, but the idea of Superman. I mean, he's like the ultimate superhero, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's who I'd be. You can fly. Bullets can't hurt you. Stop trains, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. On the wall at Vlasis or Max Point, there's a sign that says, "Always be yourself, unless you can be Batman," and then always be Batman.
Always be Batman. Absolutely.
Always be Batman. Are you a morning or night person?
Night, absolutely.
Night, really? So
yes.
You stay up late and you get
stay up
stuff
late.
done?
Yeah, I'm a night owl.
So I'm a morning guy. So I like to get up early and get it done.
I have to stay up, finish it, and then I'll sleep in the next morning.
What's your biggest addiction?
My biggest addiction? Ooh, my family.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, Josh, I've created a special game for you.
All right. Let's do it. I love games.
You'll do it. All right. Yeah. So we all know that you were with Kraft-Heinz.
Yep.
And I'm assuming that means that you know your ketchups. Are you a ketchup connoisseur?
I love ketchup. Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And my favorite actually is Heinz, and it was before I even started there. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So the little game we have then today is, let's see if you can guess which of the 3 ketchups that we have out here is the Heinz. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to taste each of these, and we'll let you guess, and then we'll tell you what they are at the end. See if you get it right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Fair enough.
So we've got a couple of. Here we go. This is going to be the first one. You guys can see this. He doesn't know what this is, so let's see what happens. Okay, Josh, here's our first one. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, see if this one's any good.
It's good.
No, sweet, salty.
Got a little bit of something extra in it.
Something extra, okay.
It's not Heinz.
Not
But
Heinz.
it's good.
But you like it, okay.
It's good.
So you can tell just from that, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have one more and I'm gonna move on. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right, here's number 1, okay.
Well, there's number 1.
Not bad. All right. Here's number 2 for us.
Okay.
Do we cleanse our palate before we go to the next one? It's like wine?
What do you do?
No, I'm just kidding. All right. Okay, number 2. What do you think? How does that one taste? Is it any different?
It's different than the first one. That's good. Let's try number 3. Let me.
You come back? Okay.
Yep.
All right, okay.
This.
We might have him
I'm
stumped.
feeling.
We may have him stumped.
I'm feeling. I know what's going on.
You
but
think
let's.
so, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Here's
But let's try the last one.
All right, here's our third one.
Oh yeah. I know. I know.
Okay, so now it's time to choose, right?
Time to choose.
Do you think you know which one it is?
Yeah. Oh, I have no doubt.
You do? Okay.
This was great. Had a little bit of zip to it that was different. This one, maybe extra vinegary on it. That's
think that's the Heinz?
That's Heinz.
You got it, folks. You did it.
I love it.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You got it. Thanks for
Appreciate
playing
it.
with us.
No, I appreciate it.
Thanks for
It's fun.
spending time today. I loved spending some time with you and getting to know you. It was
Yeah.
awesome. And guys, if you don't know Josh, you got to reach out, connect with him on LinkedIn. And if you like this video, follow this video on LinkedIn, share it with your friends, repost it, and see us back next time. Bye.
We welcome your comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Smash that bell and we'll notify you the instant we upload any new content. And to stay in touch with us 24/7, go to our website, supplier.community.